while since we have found ourselves in these shoes.
In the pre-show
In
hype,
the
I think the pre-show hype is
pre-show
going to end pretty soon
hype, yeah.
because I don't think the so. Hello, everybody.
But when you say
Great.
these shoes, do you mean organic shoes? And what are organic shoes?
They're the ones with the Bluetooth that you just got? Is that what you're alluding to?
I don't know. It could be the case. Could be the case, but you know,
All right, well,
Because you got shoes that have Bluetooth.
they do.
Listen,
Yeah,
save it for the free for all. Save it
Yeah,
for when the
well,
show starts.
We're on video here, so I would assume we were on the show.
We are, but
I'm the deuce here. That's fine.
I'm going to play the intro at some point. We're going to let people gather in.
Rocket.
Is there a Twitter ability to share this, Christopher?
I will put the YouTube link in the private chat so you can share it to
He's
the
getting
internet.
testy. He's getting real short with us.
All right.
Christopher?
It is in the private chat.
All right, let's see how I get.
don't
to the
believe you.
private Chat.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Oh, I found it. Very good. Never a doubt. Copy link
Bluetooth.
address.
Joe, this was a great idea to salvage our podcast today.
Listen, it's salvage. Salvage is not the right word. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to post the show, and so I figured we would, interact with the people, and so I've tweeted it out, and we're ready to go. Joe, whatever you want to hit the people with the what's better than this, guys. I'm not all set up. We haven't done this in a while, so I don't have all the buttons in front of me. So whenever you want to hit the people with
All
it,
the buttons in front of you.
So are you playing the video or not?
I'm not playing the video. I don't have it. It's
Okay,
not in front of
all
me.
right.
So just
You ready?
Yeah, I am.
You recording, Chris?
I'm recording. Yes, the show is recording. Joe, we can start.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes here on the Draft Dudes podcast. It's Joe Marino, Kyle Krabs, and Chris Schubert from the Draft Network, and we are your hosts here on this Friday episode of the show. Big weekend of football ahead. If you want to play some bets, head on over to betonline.ag. It is the number one spot to bet on all your favorite sports action this season. They've got basketball, football, NHL, boxing, UFC. Kyle, they've even got Vegas casino games. You can play them right there on the website.
I've tried it. I might get on and do one right now while we're finishing the read. So go ahead, keep telling them about our friends over at BetOnline.
So check out the website. It's new. It's updated. They have great contest odds and props. And if you sign up today, we got a deal for you. A 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit when you use our promo code BLEAV50. That's BLEAV50. It's the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports, and it's where the game starts. Kyle, happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you as well on a Friday free-for-all. We're playing Dragon Watch.
Oh, gosh.
Slot.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's really doing it.
He is really doing it.
I'm committed.
So let me just because we're doing this live, and there are people in the chat that are like, hey, what are you guys doing? Why you guys, haven't done a live Draft Dudes in a while? So if you notice, there was not a Draft Dudes show yesterday. The podcast service that we use.
We had
one. It's recorded.
There was a show. Yeah.
It was a pretty good show, actually. But the podcast service that we are using, changing their back end, doing some maintenance. So it's down right now. So I can't post shows. So I woke up this morning, didn't have an update. So I figured if we're going to record the Friday show, we might as well do it live so people can see it. And then it will live on YouTube.
That was your idea?
It was Joe's idea that I'm taking credit for. And here we are doing a live edition of Draft Dudes on a Friday. So hello, everybody. How's it going, Kyle? Did you
3 or more golden egg wilds trigger free spins with exciting effects? Just want to let you guys know.
But you don't get free spins. So that's not going to happen. You don't get free games.
Yeah, free spins are hard to come by.
Kyle, I am concerned that you're going to lose some money right now. I'm also concerned that I'm going to lose money because my wife left the house a half an hour ago.
Okay.
And said, hey, I just got to go to Target to pick up some Christmas decorations to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
So she spent the morning decorating the house. And so I have great concern about what's about to happen here to my bank account.
Yeah, bank account's going to lose a couple dollars today, Joe.
She said she's got to fill in the blanks, Chris. Got to fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle's already got his Christmas tree up, so it's just unbelievable.
Kyle is a man of many Christmas trees. There's a lot in the Krabs house.
There's one over there too. So
2 within the the visualization of the camera here. So, yeah, Sam, if you tell me right now I'm out for $300, I'm signing up for that.
Right. Yeah, you'll take that all day long.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So, everybody watch Thursday Night Football, yeah?
Yeah.
What's everybody's immediate thought?
If I'm a Falcons fan, I fire up the mock draft simulator.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I like that.
Start looking at these quarterbacks.
Well, I don't know that they're going to be in a position to get a quarterback at the end of this path anyway. But for me, my number one takeaway was I am so mad how good Matt Judon is with the Patriots.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah.
Like, you kind of knew it was coming, and like you knew going into another kind of schemed blitz and schemed pressure defense that he was going to have a chance to really shine. And it's like, didn't they sign him for like $15 million per?
It's a pretty reasonable deal, relatively speaking.
It's a steal relative to the return that they're going to get from him if he continues to play at the level that he's playing at. He is really, really good, and like it's not surprising at all. So it's just annoying.
4 years, $54.5 million.
That's good.
They stole him.
Yep. His cap number for this year is $6.3 million, and then next year it's 16.5, 16.5, and then 15 the final 3 years of the contract.
Another talking point from that game last night, I just feel like the Patriots are in this mode where, we don't do anything particularly dynamic. We play sound football, but really all we're going to do is just allow you to beat yourself, and we'll just not beat ourselves. And it's amazing to me how many teams just fall right into it. So we'll just make all these mistakes that are unforced, that have nothing to do with you. And, we'll just stumble over ourselves all game long, and you'll have more points at the end.
Well, that feeds into the idea, right, that NFL games are really won on 5 to 8 or whatever arbitrary number that you want to use of plays throughout the course of the game, right? And by just their style of play, they're kind of saying, we're going to make sure we don't lose those critical reps because we're going to be in low leverage situations. We're not going to be in high stakes, high pressure situations on either side of the ball, because they win on first down on both offense and defense, and life becomes so much easier. And it's like, it's boring to watch, but like it's very, very effective.
Yeah.
Can I add something here that I found very interesting that I didn't know until I looked at the box score?
Please.
The Patriots are 7-4 on the season. They are 5-0 on the road. All 4 of their losses are at home in Foxborough.
Okay.
Just, that's weird, right? Like, that's just not the way that they normally do things.
They're on, what is this, a 6-game heater now too? They won 6 straight?
They have won 5 in a row. Jets, Chargers, Panthers, Browns, Falcons. They get the Titans next week. So
Titans and Bills are their next 2. So we'll find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Titans, Bills, Colts. Titans, Bills, Colts, Bills are their next 4.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll find out. Chris, can you put up a comment? I think it was from Braden about Jameson Williams being in the TDN 100.
By the way, shout out to Braden for referencing the TDN 100. If you have not seen the TDN 100, head on over to the Draft Network YouTube page. It is there in its entirety. It was a fun show that the guys put together last night. It was a good time.
So I want to comment on this. Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. This is a statistic that Dane Brugler of The Athletic put on the timeline 2 days ago.
Right? Play stat?
Yeah, it's pretty friggin' impressive. So Devonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner in 2020, in 13 games, he had 5 catches of 50+, 0 of 70+. Jameson Williams in 2021, in 10 games, 6 catches of 50+, and 3 of 70+. I mean, this guy's having an unbelievable year. We thought this was going to be the John Mechie and Jaleel Billingsley show for this Alabama passing offense. Nope, it's Jameson Williams. And Mechie's having a good year, right? Like, I don't want to take anything away from Mechie. That's not what I want to, like, your prevailing thought should not be that. This is about Jameson Williams stepping into this Alabama offense and just becoming a bona fide star. And that's fun to consider, but then you think to yourself, oh my God, did Ohio State have like the 4 best receivers in the country on their roster they had Olave and Garrett Wilson. They had Williams and Smith and Jigba, right? Like they had all of those guys on the roster. There's no wonder why Williams transferred out, right? I mean, this is unbelievable.
Right.
Wide receiver factories like both places.
Like you guys know, I'm down $2 on the slots for
so it's going well for you over there. Okay, great.
Yeah. Have you had any good spins though? Like any big dollar spins?
I've had no free. You will know if I hit free spins courtesy of our friends over Bet Online.
Okay, so can we kind of talked about this earlier in the week. Can we pay off some stories from Draft Dudes Take Miami since it is the Friday free for all?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
what do you got?
We all get together. So Joe and I fly in Wednesday of last week for Draft Dudes Take Miami, and we get together. And we go out, we get some food, and then we go out and get a drink. And we're deciding on what we're going to do for the evening. Now, this is Wednesday night, so this is not Thursday night football. We have that day all mapped out. So we're sitting there enjoying a nice adult beverage. And I asked my friend Kyle, who had been there for like a month at that point and had known, knew where everything was in the town of Miami. Right. I was like, hey, what's nearby? What can we do? What kind of fun could we get into? And he was like, well, you got this over here. And then you mentioned that there's a casino, the Hard Rock Casino.
The Hard Rock Casino, yes.
It's a big nearby. Guitar, like illuminated.
Yeah, big guitar, sure.
Yeah.
So listen, you don't have to convince me to go to a casino. I'm always interested. But you told us that. You said that, hey, there's a casino nearby. And our friend Joe said, yeah, I've only been to a casino once, and it was on a cruise ship. And Kyle and I just immediately looked at each other, and we were like, okay, I know what we're doing tonight. We're actually we're taking Joe to an actual casino. So we make this trek over to the casino. We head over there, and Joe, not a casino expertise by any standards, more of a novice. So we go in there, and we decide that slots are going to be our ticket to success. We just decide we're just going to have fun screaming at the slot machines. And if you remember, I think it was the Monday edition of the podcast. We were coming out of a read. Joe was doing a read for Draft Dudes Take SEC Championship Weekend, and Kyle. I can't do it as well as Kyle can, but can you? Yeah, okay. So that sound effect, and I said that I would pay off this story on Friday. One of the machines that we were playing at, every time would just make that sound, and it would sound like we were about to just win thousands of dollars, and then we'd win like 10 cents. Like it was the biggest. We would get so amped. We're like, yes, this is the
payoff of all time.
13 cents. Here you go. So Joe, rate your first casino experience, because that's what I consider it. The cruise does not count.
So I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I think that's first and foremost. And enjoyed spending time with you guys and navigating the slot machines. I think I went in obviously without a good enough working understanding of what I was getting into, and I think that led to some missed opportunities from me, particularly early on, where I'm sitting down, we're playing the penny slots. First thing I do is I smash the highest wager you can.
I didn't
know.
Guy just hits the button.
Yeah, bam. And it didn't work out, but it did work out a few spins later where I put in my money and I more than doubled it very, very quickly.
Yes.
And then I learned a valuable lesson that you got to know when to walk away.
Always gamble responsibly.
I quickly bled through that doubled initial deposit.
He did. It's true. He did.
So I learned. I adjusted on the fly. I had some of the other machines that we went to afterwards. I knew when to walk away, but at the end of the day, came out a little bit of a loser. But the Miami Dolphins money line saved the week.
Saved the day.
More than doubled my money. Yes.
Came out in the green. Hey, so we have questions from Braden about Bryce Young, Michael about a content idea. Sam, I don't know if he's trolling or what, because he's talking about Jackson Carman not in the top 100. And then Andrew Magnuson with a good center question that Joe and I have some history with that I would love to kind of entertain here since we have some folks that are joining us on a Friday afternoon.
Do you want to just go in order? We'll just go down the list.
Sure.
So this is Braden. You talked about him asking a Bryce Young question. Does Bryce Young deserve the Heisman favorite hype?
Heisman.
Hard to say if there is a leader of the pack there, in my opinion. Braden, you're missing out on a very clear leader for the Heisman. He's a running back.
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
If Michigan State finishes the year with one loss, Kenneth Walker should be the Heisman Trophy. He won't be because he plays in Michigan State, but he should be. If they make the playoff, he should
It's because of him.
absolutely be. It's because of Kenneth Walker, yeah.
We sure it's not Jameson Williams?
Stop.
Yo, Bryce Young's numbers are insane. 3,000 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is par for the course for Alabama, and I know that is not an easy or not a fair criticism to make for Bryce Young. But I don't know. I think there's been more outstanding play at other positions for teams that aren't perennially loaded with a bunch of first-round picks.
So predictively, okay, I think we'd all cast our ballots for Kenneth Walker, the three of us. But
as of right now, yes.
Yeah, predictively, would you guys think it's going to be Bryce Young if everything ended today?
I certainly think so.
Probably.
I certainly think it would be tough for Walker to win.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ryan, that's a good question too.
Okay, so I will segue. Well, I'm going to segue into this question real quick just so we can answer it. Higher upside at the next level, Kenneth Walker or Bijan Robinson? It's Bijan. I love Kenneth Walker, but it's Bijan.
The pass
Bijan is a monster. Yeah, he is a monster.
Good. It's just unbelievable.
That's like I think he has McCaffrey type upside. How he can impact an offense.
Productivity.
Yeah. It's unbelievable what he's able to do. All right, this was a content idea from Michael. Would you guys ever consider doing a show about your top 5 prospects since you have been covering the draft at each position? This sounds like a summer content idea.
I like.
Might file this one away.
Yeah, like since we've been covering it, that's really, really fun. I like that.
Free spins. Kyle got his free spins.
Baby.
How much are you down though? You've been clicking for a while.
So I just won $1.42 on a 10-cent spin, and I get 5 free spins awarded to me right now, and I get to pick any 3 locations on the board.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, Sam asks thoughts on Jackson Carman not cracking the new TDN Top 100. Sam, you do know that the guys were part of putting together the TDN Top 100, so they know that he's not in there. But
am I in La La Land, or is Jackson Carman's not even in this draft cycle? He was a last year player.
Right. I'm confused, and I don't know if he's trolling or because he responded with an emoji later, and it was like, were we dumb? Should we have known that?
I don't know. Was he trying
to?
Did he
mean Jordan McFadden? Like I wonder if he meant Jordan McFadden, who Dabo Swinney has announced is returning to school. Like he's not in this draft class anymore. Justin Ross, however, the wide receiver is.
Yeah, is he out with a foot? Did I see that?
Yeah. He's got another injury, unfortunately.
Yeah, it stinks.
Sam legitimately, I don't think he meant to do it.
No, he said, he specified. He said Jordan McFadden.
So he was asking a legitimate question. He just name dropped the wrong name.
Sam,
he hit you with the wrong Clemson Tiger.
This guy's going to have me sending in faxes to the wrong location as the assistant GM.
Oh, way to go, Sam. Look what you did. Look what happened.
Right.
Look what you did.
All of the higher-ups for TDN are coming in. Sam,
look what you did. Look what happened, Sam.
Joe, to answer your question here, so I'm doing 10-cent spins, and I am now up $1.90 on the show.
That's it. Leave. Just leave.
No.
Those 5 free spins want me $5.14.
Oh, Kyle, you can get
it's a nice return on investment.
Sandwiches here with that, 2 for $6.
Yeah, the sliders. I think you get 2 sliders for that.
Jamie. Wait. Is it the one from Duke or North Carolina?
Which Michael? I mean, they're all on the same team, but which Michael Carter do we want to talk about?
In case this gets posted as a podcast and you don't get the video component here, Jamie Eisner would like to know why Michael Carter wasn't on the TDN 100 update.
I can't believe Trevor Lawrence didn't make the TDN 100. Okay, so let's go back to the order that we were doing this in. This one from Andrew.
Yeah, we need to get the one from Andrew. Joe.
A center hasn't been drafted in the top 10 since 1968 when Bob Johnson went at number 2 overall. What percentage chance does Tyler Linderbaum have at snapping this 53-year streak? Andrew, first of all, I love you coming in with the trivia question, some knowledge there. That's fantastic.
53 years, Joe, since the center's gone in the top 10. My guy's been trying to mock the Dolphins center in the top 10 for 3 years.
We're still doing this when I gave you Creed Humphrey in the top 10. Not looking like that bad of a pick right now.
Well, it is looking like that bad of a pick because you could have had him at the end of the second round. So, Why would you invest the top 10
This
pick
is
in him?
nonsense. This is nonsense
It's not
that you're bringing this
nonsense.
up right now. You've literally been hung up on this for like 16 months.
Right.
That in like a September mock draft last year, I had the Dolphins at
Because
number 8
centers
picking
don't
Creed
go in the
Humphrey.
top 10.
53 years.
No.
53
okay,
years.
ready? I'm going to put
53
this
years.
right back on you, right? You ready for this?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Justin Tucker was UDFA. Of the top 10 kickers right now in the NFL, 7 of them are UDFAs. 1 was a 5th, 1 was a 6th, 1 was a 7th. But my guy wants to trade a 1 for Justin Tucker.
Joe Marino clearly doing some kicker content for Locked On Bills to
Right.
talk about improving your
course.
special team situation. Maybe you should trade a 2 for Justin Tucker.
No, Tyler Bass is one of the best kickers in the game. Got him in the 6th round. Happy with him.
Good. I'm glad. But so let's answer the
we
question. Let's at
Tyler
least answer the
Linderbaum or
question.
no? Okay.
So the question was, what % chance does Tyler Linderbaum have of going in the top 10 and breaking the streak for center? Low, right? It's not that he wouldn't necessarily be one of the 10 best prospects in this class, but just from a positional value standpoint, from a lack of universal scheme appeal, he's like 290 pounds. Like, I have a really hard time seeing a 290-pound center being the one that breaks this skid when you got guys like Ragnow going in the 20s when they're 315.
If the Vikings needed a center and they were picking in the top 10, we could get
the best chance you'd ever get.
Right. Man. And what's funny though, Kyle, is like if there is a year where you feel like the landscape of the prospects, not necessarily the teams picking, would open the door for it. Like you think this could be that year.
Yeah.
But it's still going to get, there's too many good tackles. There's too many good defensive linemen. You know what I mean? Like teams will go quarterback. You've got some really good corners. You got Kyle Hamilton. Like, I just don't know how he slots in there.
I don't think it happens, but that's not an indictment of Tyler, right?
Yeah.
I think the TDN 100 update, we had Tyler as a top 20 prospect, like very easily could fit there. It's just his body type with the history of this position is a real tough sell.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, man. Do you like the SEC? Big fan of that conference?
Oh, good call, Chris. Good call.
I am a big fan.
Huge fan?
Huge fan.
Huge fan. Like big enough that you would like potentially like go to the SEC championship game? Is that something like that's how big of a fan you are?
I'd be willing to tell you that my itinerary is set. My flight is booked. I'm there.
You're going to the SEC championship
I'm
game.
going. What could be better than guys being dudes on the road? The Draft Network and Bud Light Seltzer are bringing the party to the SEC championship game in Atlanta, Georgia on December 4th. That's very soon. And we want to see you there. The Draft Dudes and TDN will be there hanging out, playing games, giving away swag, and enjoying some Bud Light Seltzers right across the street from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the CSX lot ahead of the 2021 SEC title game. Please come out. Join us for an afternoon of fun and football with the Draft Network and Bud Light Seltzer in Atlanta.
Listen, the boss is watching. You got to make sure you do all the things you're supposed to.
I had
do,
it ready,
you know?
Chris.
I know you did. I set you up. Boom, you dunked it. That's how this works. I do want to point out that Ryan did tell Kyle to risk it all on the last spin earlier in the show. So just keep that.
I can't.
Okay, so let's go through. Are there any outstanding ones that we had take-wise that we wanted to get to? Or this one from Trevor. Yes, this one from Trevor I wanted to get to. Is Boye Mafe a mid-round equivalent of Odafe Owe in 2022?
That's a you question for sure.
I think Owe was used in more ways at Penn State. Played inside a little bit more. I think he's a better run defender than what Mafe is right now. Body types are similar. I think athletic profiles are probably similar. But I think Owe has a higher floor because of how he was used in the run game and then kicked inside. They played him with a linebacker stacked outside of him on some down and distances. And I think he could get there. I think he's a discounted, I don't say a discounted version, but it's more than one tier down, in my opinion, as far as the discrepancy between them as prospects right now.
Okay, I have to put this up just because it's just, we're just going to put it up. This one from Ryan. This is just for Joe. Would you rather draft a running back in the first round, or your kick returner, your punt returner, is not allowed to catch the first punt of every game? It's a very weird question.
I think I just picked the running back in the first round. I think that'd be okay. I think that'd be okay. You know what I mean?
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, if you know, especially if the other team knows that, you just rugby style that puppy. It just rolls forever, and you're going to lose, I don't know, 30, potentially 40 yards of field position every game just because of that. So yeah, just give me. I mean, you could. I'd like to have the good running back instead of have to deal with that.
So we've had a couple of Kenny Pickett related questions. So I'm going to put them both up, and you guys can have a conversation. So
what's Rich's? Is it one of did Rich ask it? Okay,
yeah,
good.
Okay, I'm a good
Rich
producer. I know how to do this.
Okay, yeah.
So Rich asked, how good or how not good is Kenny Pickett really? Can he be a real franchise quarterback maybe for the Steelers? And then I will parlay that into this one from Noah, who said Carson Strong ahead of Kenny Pickett on the TDN 100. Curious to the rationale of that ranking outside of age.
Joe, would you like to start with Mr. Pickett?
Yeah,
that's a you question, he says.
Okay. So Kenny Pickett, he's interesting to me because he's not just a guy that is having a great season. He's got good size. He's athletic. He can win outside of structure. I like the overall package there enough, right? I get that he's not necessarily super young. I think he's like, is he 23 and a half or something like that years old? But I think there's a baseline there that I'm pretty comfortable with. And I think one of the follow-up questions there was, could he be a Pittsburgh Steelers answer? And if you tell me that Matt Canada is going to be the offense and he's going to have to run that, I think it kind of worked just fine.
More free spins for Kyle.
Okay, I didn't know if Kyle was liking what I was saying or if he got free spins.
I did. I think you're dead on thus far.
Okay,
yeah, but I got 5 more free spins on Dragon.
So in a Matt Canada offense where, I think it would blend together a lot of the best parts of Kenny Pickett, where he can throw the ball down the field. You're going to give him those manufactured throws, but also you can kind of do a little bit more with him in terms of moving the pocket and his tapping into his mobility. That's intriguing to me. Now, as far as stacking him up against Carson Strong, I mean, I definitely recognize Carson Strong's ability to win from the pocket and the arm strength and all of that, right? But I worry that you're not going to be able to run everything with Carson Strong because he's not necessarily very athletic. He doesn't move well. And so I want that mobility. I favor that in Pickett, even if it comes with less of a, rocket arm from the pocket. I think I just like more of what Kenny Pickett offers, to be honest with you.
And I think you said it, Joe, on the TDN 100, that like Kenny's also been playing the best this year, right? That also is a part of this, that he's been playing the best. It's not everything, but of all of the guys this year, Kenny has been playing particularly well, and that has the value in the evaluation. Sorry, Kyle, I cut you off.
No, that's fine. It was kind of echoing Joe's sentiment, but also the pre-draft process for Kenny, I think, is going to be important. And I think Kenny, with a small sample size of him playing at a very, very, very high level, him having the opportunity to meet with NFL personnel and potentially go to an all-star event and see how he handles working with an NFL-sized football. I think that is, a storyline here with Kenny that, until we know definitively how he's going to look doing that. I mean, he's wearing gloves for a reason, right? And his reported hand size is 8 1/4.
8 1/4.
And, we don't want to sit here and say a guy's doomed to fail or guaranteed to succeed because his hand size, and we know that's silly, right? But that is a storyline where that ball gets bigger. And if you're wearing gloves to handle a college-sized ball, we would like to see how you throw at an all-star event with an NFL regulation football. So that's a storyline here that we're also just keeping an eye on and hope to get some more clarity here in the next couple of months.
Can I leave you guys with some breaking news that just happened? This will be the last thing we do on the Friday Free-For-All.
Is this wee-woo worthy?
Maybe. It's just the tiny wee-woo if you want to hit the people with one.
Wee-woo.
The Eagles and tight end Dallas Goedert have reached an agreement.
Extension?
year
Joe, wait,
contract extension.
wait. Let me guess.
I don't have
And
the
Joe, I
numbers,
want
so
you to
you can guess. You can guess whatever you
Oh,
want. I don't
damn
have the numbers
Oh.
yet. I know where it ranks among tight ends on an average per year basis based on the
Is it
tweet.
top 5? Is it top
It's
5?
got to be top. Surely.
It is higher than top 5.
So he got 13 mil a year then.
15.
According to this tweet from Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network, the deal ranks top 3 amongst tight ends on an average per year basis.
Well, top 2 is Kelsey and Kittle, and they got 15. Or like 15 plus.
So he's probably
So-
right behind them. So who is currently 3? I don't have
Is it
Jonnu
Hunter
Smith.
Henry and Jonnu Smith at
Jonnu
12 and a
Smith.
half each?
Jonnu Smith, the
mean,
most
he-
guaranteed money ever for a tight end history.
So
in the NFL.
But his
average-
annual average was 12 and a half,
Yeah,
which was
that's
also
right.
the same that Hunter Henry got. So
Yep.
he got between 13 and 15. I'll say he's on the lower end of that spectrum.
I wish I had an answer for you, gentlemen, but I don't have it yet. So
Damn, hate to see it. Well,
Yeah.
you do love to see I am plus 38 cents on Dragon Watch for the Friday free for all here on the slots, courtesy of our friends at Bet Online. 2 rounds of free spins. You love to see it. Love to see every one of you who stopped in on the Friday free for all here. Thanks as always for checking out Draft Dudes. We hope this gets on the podcast feed sooner or later. We're kind of biding our time until that is able to be posted. We hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy all the football ahead. Make it a good one. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Chris Schubert. Thanks as always for checking out the Draft.